What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back at the crib. A nice quick trip to Vegas. Back at the house. And I want to get this recap done and out of the way. Was a decent day of traveling and trading today. Actually finished the morning up green, and then I took a trade while I was actually at the airport and made a few more dollars on that trade. So let's go ahead, let's pull up TRADERVUE. I did record the trades today, but I am not gonna be dumping them off of my laptop over onto my main computer, which is where I'm sitting right now. But reviewing trades for Friday, October 28th, took 8 trades. Closed P&L 81.61. Let's take a look at what we were trading. What I'll do is go through these in ThinkorSwim like we usually do. But I'm going to look at a couple of these in TRADERVUE real quick. We'll start with TMUS, that's T-Mobile. And what you're going to find is we have been taking some great trades. We have been taking some good trades and just not letting these things work. Starting with the first trade of the morning. Took this one off of this little extended 3-bar play. I guess I would call that an extended 3-bar play. Getting in right there. We put the stop down there. One thing that I did notice with ThinkorSwim, or not ThinkorSwim, but TRADERVUE, that max unrealized gain sometimes is inaccurate. Just like the max unrealized losses is inaccurate. Because watching this one on the video, so while I was sitting at the airport, I kind of reviewed the video, just trying to find things that I do wrong that I could do better, or things that I did right on a trade. But this particular trade, we stopped out basically break even. This thing ripped right after we stopped out on it. And I've mentioned it before, and Jared over at Live Traders has done videos on it before. If a stock makes a nice move, let that thing pull back and rest so it can continue to go higher. And it's usually going to pull back right to the pivot point, which is usually right where we're getting in these trades at. So if you notice, this one came back down right to about where the pivot point was at, shot back off again. Max unrealized gains on this thing, $60. Went against us $26. So went against us about a half R. But we could have managed this a little better and got a 1R result out of this trade at that time this morning. Because this thing went up to the whole number. It went up to 151 or 150.95, somewhere right around there. It couldn't break the whole number. When it didn't break that whole number, should have been taking the stop up to like 150.75. That would have captured 1R, and I would have been good with that as opposed to making $6. So that was the first trade. Second trade was a bad trade. NYCB. Looked good on the chart. So took that off of a 5-minute pattern. 5-minute 3-bar play. Getting in as it's breaking the area. Stop is at the bottom. And looking at this chart, it looks good. But nope, didn't work. Look at the 2-minute. Look at these top and tails. That right there should have been a sign Because look at what I'm getting in it. If we kind of evaluate this 2-minute chart right here in TRADERVUE, we got top and tails. Then we get this nice bottom and tail. If anything, we should have been getting in right there off the bottom and tail. First area of concern is going to be the top and tails. But we get in at the first area of concern. And this thing just failed horribly. So breaking this down that way, we see that it was not a good trade. Off of the 5-minute, it looks good. It looks like, okay, that's going to be a decent 3-bar play. But let's break it down on a lower time frame, and we see, no. If anything, get in right there. Stop is down there. This does not have one R to the next area of concern. It's probably not going to be a good trade. So if we do get in right there, this thing needs to rip. And if it stalls out right there, stop is coming to break even. Let's get out the trade. We didn't do that. Never went in our favor. We took the full stop. So that's all about kind of going back, reviewing the trades and seeing what the downfall is in those trades when you take them. So that wasn't a good trade. PDD, this one here wasn't a good trade as well. Let's go ahead and take a peek at it. This is that one that I've mentioned in the past, buying a high of day break. No. We know not to do that. Let this thing break high of day and then come back and use this area as support and then get in off the next move. This is like buying into a flag and you don't know if it's going to break higher and go or break lower. So this one got in. It initially made a push. When it didn't go, should have been getting out of it. Should have been bringing the stop to break even. This one went a half R. We took the full stop on it. So I keep clicking that on this new style. But yeah, we got to do better. Let's look at DXCM, and then we're going to look at the last one, and then we're going to go over into ThinkorSwim. This is a good trade. It's breaking the high of day still, but it's a breakout, and it's over this area of junk. Same here. Look at that. Nice little breakout. Didn't get all that we could have got out of it, though. That's for sure. Max unrealized gain, 65. Went against us just a little bit. This one here, I chased it up with the stop. So when this thing got up to like 65, I moved the stop to 50. I was not going to let this thing go any lower than 1R. Caught a little slippage on the way out, but still basically made 1R off of that trade. And then let's look at this last one. If you notice, we took this at 12:58. I was sitting at the airport in the Sky Club, or I guess that was the Centurion Club in Vegas, American Express Sky Club, which it's a nice Sky Club too. That was my first time going in there. I enjoyed it. This one's not gonna show much. We'll look at this one on ThinkorSwim, but basically made the 1R off of it. That was a trade that I was looking to make 1R. Somewhat to get back green on the stock, because if you look, we had lost 49. We made $2 back, and then we made the 50. That got us green overall on PDD. But more especially, I took it because it was a good trade, and I got out of it because it was reacting at an area that just didn't make the move that I wanted it to make. So bring up ThinkorSwim real quick. We're going to review just a couple of these. I'm going to review let's see. We'll review the two T-Mobiles. We took two T-Mobile trades. So let's review both of those real quick. And then I'm going to review the PDD trades. And that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Call this one a night. I left out of here yesterday about maybe 1 o'clock. Got to Vegas about 8 p.m. Hung out. Shut it down. Woke back up fairly early. Hit the blackjack tables for a minute. Traded. And was back on the plane. So I'm good and tired. But we got in this first trade, 932. Getting in fairly quick. That's going to be this candle right here. Got in at 149.75. Right there. So getting in this one off of a 1 minute chart. So let's change that to, guess we need to go 1 day, 1 minute. There we go. And also, all right, extended is not on, so we're good there. What's up with this chart? Why is it flat like that? It's showing like it has fit studies turned on. Yep, fit studies. When your charts do that and you just seeing a flat line, check and make sure that you don't have fit studies turned on. So see, now we get the charts the way they're supposed to look. All right, so getting in this off of the 1 minute chart, as it's breaking that candle, let's see the high of that candle there. 149.88. So we got in a little early. This candle here is 149.75. So getting in a little early off of this candle here. Stop. It's going to be down there. And we got out of this pretty much 2 minutes later. 149.87. 149.87. Basically, it made this nice push up. Look at it on the 1 minute. We're getting out as it's coming back down. What's the low of this candle? 149.81. That candle went down 5 more cents. And then it took off. And this trade would have hit target. And instead of making $6, this trade would have made $100. So first trade out the blocks, we would have been up $100. Next trade we would have lost, and we'll look at that one real quick. Actually, I'm gonna look at the two T-Mobiles, and then we'll come back and look at the losing trade. Next T-Mobile trade that we took, 945. Or no, 941 looks like it. 941. So that's going to be inside of this candle here. 151.09 is where we got in at. So as it's basically breaking this candle here, bring that down just so we can see that. We got out of this one at 942. So next candle, got out at 151.59. 151.59. Got out right there as it was coming back. Max unrealized gain on this one was 25, and we made 25. That leads me to believe either TRADERVUE is lying and not telling us the max, which is this point, or we got out before we let this thing go up to that point, which probably would have gave us just shy of being up 1R on this trade. So this one here, if you look, getting in right here, when this didn't break this area and keep going, it's rolling over. This is rolling over. And that's what it did. Came up, peekabooed, pulled back, tried one more time here. We already out to trade at that point, but tried one more time there and then just kind of rolled over. So that was a good exit. And that's all about managing the trade. Once I'm in that trade, manage it out. I don't necessarily have to be watching it. I don't necessarily have to have this screen pulled up. I can watch this play out on my thumbnail watch list. I can see how it's trading on the thumbnail watch list on a 2-minute chart. And then I can bring it back over if I need to see the big picture. I need to see the big picture and see all of the charts. I can bring it back up. But I can get in a trade and then be looking for new ideas and still watching the thumbnail watch list to see what that trade is doing. But let's go ahead. Let's pull up NYCB. Got in this trade at 940. That was going to be that candle right there. Paid 970. So, like I said, even though this looked good on the 5-minute chart up here on this 3-bar play, and actually, yeah, that tail is all the way up there. So even though this looks good on the 5-minute for a 3-bar play, we still buying into these topping tails on the 2-minute. So like I said, could have got in right here. It's going to be an extended move. We would have wanted to see this pull back to about right here and then go. So this is extended. So getting in right there, we know it's going to be a shallow move. And we got junk to the left. But buying right there, nah. No haps. We definitely should not have done that. So not going to even see where we got out because we know we stopped all the way back out full. Let's look at these PDD trades real quick. And we're going to wrap this one up. We'll be ready to get a little studying in this weekend. And then be ready to take on the market on Monday. So this first trade, we got in 944. Getting in off of this candle right here. Paid 51.84. 51.84. Right there. So we got this flag forming. Even highs, higher lows. This is a crapshoot as to which way it's going to break. It's going to break up or is it going to break down? This one here, it's the hard one. It's a hard one. It is because it's a decent pattern. Put the stop just below previous low of day to give it a little extra room, not coming off this little candle here. But when this thing peekabooed and didn't hold this line of support, it was done. It was done. And in the video, you see that I should have been bringing the stop up to break even. Gave me a couple of opportunities to do it. Stopped out of this one almost 5 minutes later, 9:48. Got out at 51.22. So right there, look at what I said. Using right there as the stop. Perfect. That was exactly what I did. Didn't use this candle, use this candle. Give it a little extra room. Had I used this candle, this trade probably would have been up 1 R as opposed to being up a half R. But sometimes giving it that tight stop, it can come right back down and then go. So that was first PDD trade. We took 3 of them on this one. Let's take a peek at the second one. This is short. This was a short. Got in at 950. So this candle right here, got in at 50.80. So we are getting in kind of late down the chain. Even if you look at it on the 1 minute over here, it's mainly this was like trying to get a scalp. It just was ugly. Got out a minute later, 9:51. So same candle. Got out at 50.78. 2 cents on 100 shares. Made $2 on that trade. So was looking for this thing to push down, possibly back down to the morning low. Made a nice pop and didn't do it. Got to stop the break even and got out of the trade. That's one of them trades where I'm just trying to get back green on that stock, making a little bit of money. And like I said, I don't think TRADERVUE is, because I rode this down. This trade was green. And then I got to stop the break even. It came back up and tagged me. So yeah, I don't think the TRADERVUE calculates these numbers correctly all the time. I'm not sure what they use to calculate it, but I know for a fact that this trade pushed down. I got to stop the break even, and then it came back up and stopped me out. And that's the beauty of having the video. You can go back and kind of review it and see what it did. So TRADERVUE is good, but it does lack in a couple of areas, I'm seeing. But this was our last trade. Like I say, took this one at the Sky Club. Got in at 12.58, paid $52.50. Let's drop it right there. Bought 200 shares, so we had a 25-cent stop. Let's highlight that candle. That one's 15. Highlight that one. That one's 20. So stop was going to be down here somewhere. I was playing this for the break of 50 moving average. Nice little consolidation right there. I liked how the trade was looking real time. Got in right there. We got out of this one about 2 minutes later. Same candle though. Same 2-minute candle. Got out at 52.75. Right there. And this one, I just put the target once it made that initial move. Just went on and got out for the 1R. You see that this came back. Went back up a little bit higher because, again, stop is down here. So we never did really get flirted with getting stopped out. Don't think it would have hit a full 2R. We could do the math though, because we know we had a 25-cent stop. That means that we needed 50 cents out of the trade off of a 52.50 entry. So we needed the stock to go to 53. That candle right there, 52.97. We would have missed target by 3 cents. Would have missed target by 3 cents, and then it just rolled over. So if we were trying to get 2R all or nothing, we would have stopped out full, because we would have missed the target, and then this thing would have came back and stopped us out. So have to manage each trade for what the trade is actually giving us in this market. Can't really be firm. And that was the reason why I switched over and reduced my risk down to $25 a few weeks ago to try to go 2R all or nothing. Nah, can't really do that. Especially not in this market, because stocks are not really pushing as strong as they were last year. But let's go ahead. Let's wrap that one up right there. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all are looking to having a good weekend this weekend. I hope to. Got to get some orders done out in my shop. Like I said, I got to get some studying done. on this thing called trading and hope to get a little bit of rest. But thanks for checking me out. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do so. If you are not subscribed, please think about subscribing. Please hit that like button. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. Your boy Look Around is tired. I don't know if it's showing, but it's definitely feeling. And I'm going to wrap this one up. I am also going to try to work on that 3-bar play video this weekend to get it posted, maybe tomorrow. Want to go through and find some different ideas so you can kind of see, like, okay, that's not a 3-bar play. Okay, yeah, that's a 3-bar play that I would take the trade on. So like the 5-minute trade that I took this morning. Looked good on the 5-minute, but once we drilled down to that 2-minute chart, nah, wasn't a good trade. So look for that as well. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.